Traveling with Nikki, it's not easy. We always find a solution for everything, and I want to.
The traveling makes you appreciate, what you had. I think you live in autopilot, doing the normal life, and then you get out of the autopilot in a different world. Your brain blows up, and it's fun and it's exciting. But then you go back home with a fresh perspective and more gratitude.
I love Brazil. I really miss the food, rice, beans, and meat. Oh Jesus, thank you.
These are the people. All right, back in bold. Trying out this new iPhone 15 camera. Do a little segment here. Last couple hours traveling together. This is your first time doing the whole digital nomadic life. I want to speak on what you learned, tips for other people that want to do it, and of course, what it's like traveling with me. So, Maria, just give me an overview of the trip you had, and then we'll get into the nitty gritty.
First, hi, and forgive my English. I don't know how to speak fluent English, so many words I forgot and you help me, right?
Yep.
The first question is experience in general.
Yes.
It's not easy travel and work because the hour change, especially my job, because I have 1 hour to start the job and end, so fuso, it's different. Not too much. Like here in Bogota at 6:30, I need to start my job in Brazil because it's 8:30 in Brazil. This is hard sometimes because you will sleep like 11 here and it's 1 in Brazil, and you have to, make this. We travel fast too, so
yeah,
this is more difficult because we're traveling. I don't know how to place it. How many cities we went.
Probably 6, 7 in 45 days. Yeah.
Yeah. So today is 45 days. It was hard, but have too much things good in this. Like this opened my mind in many things. One of those things is like I finished my job here in Peru at 4 p.m. here, So when I finish my job, I have other new places to visit, people to know, and everything. So this is different than you work at home. I work online, but I never feel like I really have this, that I'm free.
Okay.
Even if I am working online, but now I have this feeling, like you can know other places, you are open new experiences. It's like this, and here with this experience makes me feel like free. This is a good word. I feel like I'm doing like all the time.
Okay.
I feel, and I'm thinking, I was talking with my mom about this experience, and this opened my mind to, you can do everything, it's a world with too many possibilities. So you feel, oh my God, I can do everything, It's this feeling I have in this experience. Of course, I travel in other moments, but not like this. Traveling with one person is different too, and in working. But yeah, I have pros and contras. Yeah.
Cons.
Yeah. But it's experience everyone have to know at least one time in a life. I knew too many cultures, people. The most this show to me is about me. It's not about the world. It's about who I am, what I like to do, what I don't like, and what I can do. I feel I have too much to do, and I can do this knowing new places. I think it's not it's my first, but it's not the last travel I would do like this, especially because I work online, so I want to do this more, not so fast, but I want.
Great, good overview. So tips for people that are going to start, do a little journey like you did. What kind of tips would you give those people? Like, okay, the SIM cards, how do you stay focused? Where do you go to work? Do you party all the time? How do you structure yourself?
About tips, I have too many, but I have experience from Brazil too, like cards and everything. I can't speak about all the world, but my friends who travel, they say for me a lot about rice.
Wise,
They
oh,
use-
currency, yeah, because that was a big problem with you. Because we did
Yeah.
it quick, so you didn't have time to get international cards. So you were paying a lot of taxes, converting. You couldn't get any cash from the ATM.
Yeah.
That's a huge thing. And make sure your cards are international, or you have accounts like Wise that can flip currency easy and,
Yeah.
and so forth. Me, I currently carry 4 international cards, and my debit cards can use any ATM. But when I first started traveling, I had an American credit card only, and I was getting like 2-3% each transaction in Europe, and obviously that adds up. Luckily, I was getting paid in euros, so I didn't have to use it as much. But oh my God, when you have a no foreign fee transaction card, credit card, it opens up everything. You don't get screwed by converting money at the airport or the Cambinos. You don't get these extra fees. So yeah, that's a big thing for sure.
Yeah, I was thinking about this, like for the next trip, and I have 3 more importance. First is the credit or debit card. Don't travel without one international card. We really don't have time because we buy in 2 weeks. We are in Peru, so I didn't have because I don't know in other countries, but Brazil it's like 1 month to arrive at home the card. So I didn't have this time. When I try in ATMs here, I can't. So the things I have to say is don't travel without a international card. Don't travel without money too, because maybe can have a problem with the card. So travel without money. You can do this in your country and convert in the country you are. Like we are going to Peru and just convert there in the center. It's the best location.
Yeah. So you don't do the airport conversion. Like you go go Google review money exchanger, and like Peru airport, I got half the money I got in Miraflowers at a spot that only took like a couple points. So yeah, don't get screwed over in the airport, but definitely bring cash just in case shit hits the fan.
Yeah. In credit cards in Brazil we pay too much taxes. So in all transition I pay 5% in taxes. This is really bad, But in Wise, it's just 1.1%. So this is really good when you compare it to the communes cards, The other, I have to say, card, money, and I have other. Oh my God.
How do you stay focused? Working while traveling, seeing things. Maybe how do you live on a budget? How do you do pick and choose? The big thing is this lifestyle. You need to live normal life just in a foreign country. People go start doing this and they're like, I'm on vacation, you know what I mean? And they leave vacation for a week. They burn through a ton of money. They get no work done. But the key is, okay, during the day, I'm just like I'm back home. And at night, okay, instead of going to the local bar or what I normally do back in Brazil, like I can go to a museum. I can go see tourist things, and I think that's a huge mindset switch people got to have. Chris, we talk about this all the time. Chris, the freelancer, people always ask him like, "What? It's just crazy to me. You do the traveling." He's like, "Dude, I'm living your life just in a different country. Like, and nothing is changing. I do the same thing I would do in Australia. It's just in a foreign place.
Yeah, it's really different. I have a routine, and I like routine. So Nikki too, like routine. Like, of course. We don't have a big routine, but we like wake up in that time and go to a gym every day, almost every day. These things, My routine in Brazil, I travel a lot in Brazil, so like to my one time for Recife, it's other place, and one time for the country city of my family. So I spent 2 weeks at my home and 2 weeks traveling in Brazil. Of course, it's really different, but I have this discipline. You have first, if you don't have discipline in your home, you don't have in any place. So you have first have discipline in your home. And my friends are saying, oh, you have too much, because it's really hard work at home more than travel. My mom asked me like, oh, it's not more hard, and I say no, because at home you always see a thing to change, to do, to clean and everything. And in other places you are here and everything's clean, everything's okay. So we just put your focus on work.
That's a good point.
Yeah. So it's more easy for me. The places we are have spaces for work, like the in Peru in Lima. We spent 2 weeks there
Co-working.
and have co-working, so it's really good.
Oh, you made a good point there. So like, I think what she's saying is when you're in a different country, you're not all the stuff that usually happens in your home, like family events, friends, people, or you just have to do a lot of things that you don't normally think about when you're gone. It's you can't do them or you don't worry about them because you're away. So it could clear up a lot of focus. It's just you here, your stuff, and a whole brand new city, right? So that was interesting. I don't think I articulated that quite correctly, but I understand the point because for me, yeah, sometimes I do feel more busy if I'm at home than when I'm on the road. I have less distractions on the road, even though that sounds contradicting.
Yeah. I really feel this. And one other point I see in this trip, I realized that I spend too much time in distractions at home when I work at home, like cell phone, Instagram. We are addicted in Brazil to Instagram, and in job at the job normally, like things I did here I do here in less time than if I do at home because I feel more relaxed. I feel I have all the time. I just have all this day to do this work. So we relax more at home. And when we are in another country, like this experience, Brazil to Peru and Bogota 2 hours less in Brazil, I feel like, we agree like, at 4 p.m. After your job, we can walk around and see a new things. So you are excited to see new things, and you put more focus in your work and say like, okay, I need to finish this until X hour, and I will do this, and you put all your focus. I really more productive in this routine, and then I am at home. Especially because João Pessoa, you feel more relaxed. It's a beach place, beach city. In my place, in my home, when I finish my work, I think like, okay, I pick my bike and go to the beach and walk around, and then I back home. Here, no, I put my focus on, I have to know a new place, and in 1 week I'm not here again, so I need to do this in this time, and I feel more productive in this routine. And I realized for 2024 that I want to put more focus on the job, and I feel like the same thing I said yesterday. I can do more things, so now I know how to be more productive. You understand?
Okay, yeah. You're motivating yourself with doing that. Okay, so what about so you kind of discussed it, you said your conversation with your mom about the possibilities of the world, and this really opened up your mind, the traveling. Kind of spill into that about like Peru, Colombia, Aruba. Like what were like some culture shocks or some things that were like, they do this thing differently, or what were some of these realizations you learned from different cultures and getting outside of the Brazilian bubble?
Okay. When you go to Aruba, it's completely different for me. You didn't like, but I like because it's different for me, the culture, how they work there. Yeah, I think it's good because Aruba, it was more vacation for us. Even I work all day, the same hour, we feel more, we are in vacation because we are with your family, so we do more things after work, no? Big things that shocked me, it was food. Food is one thing that I really feel, different. I feel stressed if I don't eat what I want. So I feel, other thing I see too, is we need to be more flexible. We are so, like at my home,
Cusco, rice beans.
Yeah. Not just the food, but for everything. Like when we are in other place, we don't have machine. Sometimes we don't have machine to wash the clothes. We find other solution, And at home, no. At home, if I don't do that thing that I usually do, I feel so stressed. And when you travel, you see that, oh my God, I'm so, focused on this, and I don't see that I have other things, other solutions to do this, and I need to be, especially me, like, I need to be more flexible, and everything doesn't work like how I want, but I can find other solution. And food, too much spice.
city.
everywhere, unless here in Bogota.
Yeah, it's bland here.
Yeah, but in Peru and Aruba, we find too much food, too much spice, and it's spice different in Brazil. Like, I feel like they are more hot, but don't have the flavor, you know. I like spice, but I like spice with flavor, not only hot, you know. I feel this. The weather is completely different for me too, especially in Cusco.
Yeah, the altitude, yeah, elevation.
Elevation is really hard for me because I always live in places with beach. So when I go to elevation, I didn't like Cusco because it's not because I didn't like the city. I didn't like how I feel there. I didn't feel that when I walk, I feel tired all the time. I can breathe well. So I have this
Altitude sickness.
yeah, it's this. I didn't feel well in the city because it's really different for me. It's really high. This is different, and the weather in general. Like in Brazil, in my city, we live like at night. It's 26, 25 degrees Celsius. How is this in Fahrenheit?
85.
Yes,
80, yeah, it's
it's
nice.
really hot at night, and at morning it's like 30, 31, 32. You know, and I go to Cusco and it's 8 degrees Celsius. This is a big difference for me.
You said a good point, adaptability. So when I first started traveling, I had like 3 big suitcases. I'm like, I need this. What if they don't have this there? I gotta take all this different stuff. And I've gotten to the point now where I can travel with a little carry-on suitcase for like 3-4 months at a time if I'm going to the same season, because you learn to find solutions like you said, and then sometimes even those solutions are better than what you had before. Like, oh, I needed the one coffee machine that spits out the, what was it called, Keurig? I need a Keurig. No, I got my Italian coffee maker. That's all I've been using the last 4 years, right? So like, you find the solution, and then sometimes you realize, oh my God, I can't believe I was never doing this before. This is way better than what I used to do. So it's like kind of a mind-opening thing because you're adaptable. And once you feel that feeling of being like secure with no matter what happens and can adapt to anything and nothing you need to hold you down, it's a big freeing feeling. Like the Fight Club quote, the things we own end up owning us. It's the same thing with the traveling and becoming like very minimalistic. You're adaptable to like almost any situation. So good points. So
you learn how to buy the things, souvenirs in the places. I learned too much with Nick because I always say, oh my God, this is so exciting, and Nick,
China.
It's Chinese. It's this having all places in serious. What the bags we see in Peru have the same here, so it's not a special thing, And I like to we like to buy local things and authentic things, things made in that country. So it's hard to find because in most of the places it's the same thing.
Yeah, she's talking about souvenirs and stuff, and like you go to those shops and it's the same shit everywhere else, usually imported from China, and it's worthless. But you're buying it all before, and I'm like, what are you doing? So that comes to my next point. What did you learn from me traveling? Not your experience with me, but what did you learn about how I travel and whatnot?
This is what we talking about. Be more minimalist. I don't do this in my house, in my place. Okay, I like with your friend and everything, but when you travel, you need. And it's a good experience with me. I just have one bag, 10 kilos. Okay. So in airports and everything to do check-in and everything. Oh my God, it's too much time. You have then you put in the how is the name when you have 23 kilos.
Check-in bag.
Check-in bag, yeah. You have more time. And when we are coming here, I show my bag for Nick, and Nick can say, oh my God, it's too much things. And in the last minutes, I take over some things. And really, I didn't miss that things.
Yeah.
I would use all I have here. And some things, I was thinking, I didn't need this. I have some things that I didn't use in 4 or 5 days, So I learned how to make a good bag. And how to buy things in the street, because when you're traveling, especially when you're in vacation, you are excited for everything and you want to buy everything, and in 2 stores before after you see the same thing. So I learned a lot how to buy, and I understand your frustration with the people who sell this, because they say, oh, I don't buy this, because in some places, not here in Bogota, I didn't feel this, but some places the people like, they don't leave you walking, they don't leave you in peace, like walking, they like get you, oh my god, buy me, this is stressful sometimes. So I understand, because sometimes he did this in Brazil and I say, oh, you are being rude, but now I understand, oh, they're rude, yes.
Yeah, well, because in Brazil, especially in the Northeast, they're like genuine people when they do it. If you just say, hey, no, okay, have a good day. But if you just say, hey, no, in Mexico or Thailand, no means yes, and they keep attacking you. So you don't even look at them, don't even acknowledge their existence, right? And I did that a couple times, in Brazil, and people were like almost started crying, like they were like, oh my god. So, but a great point, the minimalistic thing, and I know I've told you this before, like when I buy stuff, like I need to love it to buy it.
Yeah.
It can't just be, oh, maybe I like, maybe I don't, because for one, my bag, like I can't just keep packing shit, and I gotta take things out and so forth. And like you said, a lot of times when you travel, you don't use like anything you pack. You know what I mean? You see me wearing some of the same shit all the time, and it's, you get what works in the weather, and you have certain, because we've been switching off weather too, from like hot to warm, and that's not good when you do kind of long-term travel if you have only a small suitcase. But yeah, minimalism is very, very important for the nomadic life, and I mean for me, a lifestyle, because it doesn't turn into just like the materials and whatnot, but it goes into your life. So like you look at relationships, you look at things that are out of your control, and then you kind of hack away at all that and try to clear your brain, just like you clear your suitcase.
Yes. And traveling together, the experience too.
What's it like traveling with Mr. Bold Perceptions? The people want to know.
Well, how I'll talk about that.
Well, if you're too honest, then maybe I just cut it.
No, but serious. How, like, the two people traveling together, or people traveling together in a romantic.
Yeah. People traveling together, romantic stuff, and me personally, what's it like?
Okay. First, relationships are not easy, so, and we talk a lot about this, and Nick and me, we have good dialogues. We dialogue a lot, and I feel this is good, because we don't just keep with you that point and keep. One time you explosive, we talk a lot and we learn a lot with each other in these 45 days. Traveling with Nikki, it's not easy. I have tried with this, and you know that.
¿Por qué? Explain to people.
Because you travel a lot alone. I think it's about this.
I like doing things my way and doing it how I want, when I want, That's very hard for someone.
Yeah, it's really hard, because I think it's because he travels a lot alone, so he wants to do everything when he wants, where he wants, everything like he wants, And sometimes I have to say for him, okay, but you're traveling with me, you have to understand that I want other things. And we work in concessions. We make concessions all the time. Like today, we make too much concessions. Now I do something that he wants, and after he do what I want, and we find this solution in this way to walk together in this trip. It was not easy. But I feel like we learn a lot with each other in this trip. And traveling together, you have to understand, like us, it's not traveling together in vacation, because vacation is like 2 weeks, you don't have work, you don't have stress, anything is beautiful, it's amazing, But when you travel together, for the first time, like we are
working.
Yeah. Working, we are traveling together. It's different, because we are in a different country, different language for us both. Like it's Spanish, I speak Portuguese, my native language. he speaks English, so sometimes I speak basic Spanish, but sometimes I don't understand. He doesn't understand, so we have these two different language, different country, different cultures. This is he speaks a lot because I'm Brazilian. He's American, so have too much things make shock, you know. But it's like I always say, never, nothing is too much hard when you want. So we want is works, and we try all the time, develop a lot and everything. The thing we have to understand is sometimes I want to be alone. Sometimes he won't be alone more than me. Yeah, because he travel alone.
That's the biggest thing is you need
Yeah.
to schedule days where you don't see each other. We did that a little bit in Lima, which worked out good. But then we were moving so fast and doing so many things, it was hard to be like, hey, today I'm going off, you know, because for me it's very hard being so independent for so long to have to make sure someone else is really good or, you know, teach them kind of the ropes of traveling. It doesn't mean I don't want to hang out there, but not 24/7. I don't want to be like I'm taking care of a baby. And not saying like you are like completely ignorant to any travel. You handled yourself very well for the first time, but like you need to have like that boundary, that time away to recoup and do your own thing, especially when you're a solo traveler most of the time, you know?
Yeah, yeah. And especially because sometimes in some places we don't have a co-working like Lima, you know. In Lima I spend all day in co-working, I just see him at night or in the lunchtime, nothing more, you know. So in places like Cusco, we are all the time together. It's not easy for him and not easy for me too, because in my home, I spend all day alone because I work online. My brother doesn't work online, so I just see my brother at night. And when you're traveling together, this is different, you know, because we are living together for these times. And it's different than a normal relationship, because when in a normal relationship, the people work all day and just see at night. And at night we have news to say for each other, like, oh, this happening today in the work, on in my time lunch and everything. But if you spend all the time together in a day, you don't have news for a night. So sometimes it's boring. You know, we really have to know when he needs a space, when I need space. And make this concession again, you know, like, oh, okay, take your time, go out today. You make some tours alone.
Yeah.
It was good because I need to work. I stay at the apartment. He goes alone, and it's good because he travels alone a lot. So it's cool. I think it's cool for everyone when you discover some things alone. I traveled for Portugal for 13 days alone. It was a little boring because I don't have someone to speak, but it's really good when you discover places alone. Yeah.
So overall, you're glad you experienced the nomadic life and you want to do the nomadic life again, the digital nomad thing?
Yeah, not all the time, all the year. I need too much my family. It's not like Nick is more free, you know. I need more my family, my friends, my routine. Like every Friday we have a wine night with my friends in my home. So I like to make and cook and receive my friends in my home and everything. So I miss this. I miss the places I usually to go, especially the beach. Go to the beach every weekend, almost every weekend. So I have places like here don't have, and I miss so much beach. You miss so much beach.
That's a good point. Though. Hold on. So I think the more you travel, I think the more you appreciate home. So did you get that feeling of going to these different places and then being like, wow, I'm very glad I live in João Pessoa. I really love Brazilian culture. What kind of realizations did you have on that point? Because a lot of people. Here's how it usually goes, especially for Americans. They travel for a little bit. They say, oh my God, why doesn't USA do this? Oh, I hate USA now. This is stupid. But the more you travel, the more you appreciate, like, oh, damn, I'm glad I grew up this way. I'm glad why don't we have convenience over here? Why can't I get this? Or you really start appreciating where you're from. Did that happen on this 45 days?
Yeah, I'm really glad for every experience, for our time together too. I think we made a good job. No, for the first time,
Okay.
and we making living together for 45 days.
And we didn't live together before this, so usually people live together, then they go travel, right? So that's
We start traveling, so it was hard, but we have good points because we like to dialogue, Nikki and me. So we always find a solution for everything, and I want to the most, yes, but I want to travel more because I feel this is the time too. Like we talk about before, I have a family, I have kids and everything. This is the right time to do this. So I have places that I want to go in 2024. I made my list. Did you do it?
no, you
Or not?
show me.
I did my list for 2024. Yeah, already. And I want to use more of my time because I work online. Why I'm not doing this, of course, when I start this job, 1 week after I knew you, and 1 week after I started this job.
Aw.
So in the 6 months, I spent 6 months working online at home, and then we travel here, and I realized like, oh my god, why am I not traveling? I have this time. I don't have too much responsibilities like a child, in Brazil. My bosses are amazing,
Yeah, your work didn't care at all the last 45 days. They were totally good.
Yeah, not for 5 days, but I just have to stay in the office one time.
No, the last 45 days, your boss and your company didn't complain. Everything was fine.
Everything was fine, yeah. I really have good bosses. Thank you, Carol. Carol, thank you, Natalia. Thank you, Felipe. And thank you, Rafael. Yes, they are really amazing. And they support me like, yes, the time for you to do this is now. So go. And I'm not a good professional, so they say yes for me because they know that I'm really responsible. I don't lose my job, and I just leave my job and I say, okay, I did everything, and everything's okay, because if I don't do this, I'm not in peace. And so they trust me, and I want to give for them the best results, so we make a good match.
Hold on, answer my question though about seeing these different cultures, going to different places. Has it made you appreciate João Pessoa Brazilian culture more?
Of course, like everyone, too much people saying bad things about Brazil, especially Brazilians, But I know any gringos speaking good about Brazil, and I love Brazil. I really miss the food, rice, beans, and meat. Oh Jesus, thank you.
These are the people. They're
Yeah.
more nice. Like we talked about dealing with kind of faker people, and you said, oh, in Brazil, we had this conversation. We would try to meet up or exchange contacts, but they just left without saying anything or without saying bye.
Oh yeah. Sometimes shocked me, like we are talking. And I think it was in the airport. I don't remember. In one place we were talking with gringo, and in Cusco, in Pisac, yeah. In Pisac we were talking in a restaurant, and the woman goes and didn't say ciao, bye, and I think, oh my god, she doesn't like us. And Nick said, no, it's not when I say, oh my god, nothing normal for me, because if you do this in Brazil, of course, when this person getting out, he's saying, okay, bye-bye, Jesus loves you, have a great day, and everything, And in the other cultures, it's really different. And most I travel, I see especially the city I live, is the paradise.
João Pessoa?
Yeah. João Pessoa, I really don't do too much marketing, okay, because I have too much people going there. Don't live there, people, please. Just vacations and go back home. The city was being full, so it's okay. The traffic is being bad, so it's okay, people. It's okay. Forgot that I say it was good and a paradise, but it is. Like my place is not expensive. have beaches, and we have safety. Good. It's the highest quality in capitals all Brazil.
Quality of life.
Quality of life is the highest in Brazil, and so I'm really glad to live in João Pessoa, to have my friends there, live my life there, and have this point. You know, if everything is wrong, I come back here. My home is waiting for me, my friends, my family, and everything. They are so excited for I come back. My family goes to Recife to receive me there, and so I'm excited to come back and see everything. But I will miss Nikki so much. Yes, I will. And
that's a good point, though. That's like the final point about the traveling. The traveling makes you appreciate, you know, what you had. I think you live in autopilot, doing the normal life, and then you get out of the autopilot in a different world. Your brain blows up, and it's fun and it's exciting. But then you go back home with a fresh perspective and more gratitude. So beautiful. Spoke really good. You learned a lot. It's been one.
Oh, and I have one thing I have to say too.
Okay.
I knew people saying bad things about Americans, North Americans.
See?
Like, they're of course they're not Brazilians. Like, we are more
Outgoing.
welcoming, you know. But serious, parents, Nikki parents, and Morgan are completely different about this. Really, they are so cute. Her mother is so cute. Her father is so welcoming too, and Morgan too. Oh my God! And I knew in this year Americans that are not normal Americans. They are really different, and they are so welcome. So I'm glad to knew them in this year.
Awesome. So, what happens if you never see Nikki again?
Why not?
I don't know. We're gonna see a couple of months. What do you guys think? Someone comment or message. Do you think me and Maria will see each other again? And I'm most likely going to Europa after Colombia. Should we make some bets?
Yeah, we make like enquete.
A bet, yeah. Gamble. 100 reais, yes or no?
More reais, no dollar.
But yeah, no, it was good. It was a good trip. Little roller coaster, but it was overall a good experience. And now it's time to bring you to the airport for what, 17 hours? 17-hour flight?
No, 14. No.
14 now. Get to see your mama, your family, and go back to the beach. Happy New Year. Enjoy the party. And we'll see you next time. Thanks for doing this, Maria.
Yeah, okay, you're welcome. And know Brazil, people know Brazil, and know especially João Pessoa, but not to live, okay? Just vacation. Happy New Year too. And what's this? I'm happy for all the experience, for everything. We live together. I don't know how to, well, it's bad for the future. We never know, we don't have this control. But I'm really glad about we live here, and we'll see what happens. Maybe in this channel, you guys see what happening in the future.
See. Hi guys, live bold. Tchau, tchau.
In Portuguese, oh my God, I did it. So, feliz ano novo, que 2024 seja muito bom para todo mundo e desejo muitas viagens, excelentes viagens, ótimas experiências. Espero que vocês voltem aqui para contar.